So, I am 2 years and 1 month on T, and physical changes have been that I am getting more and more of my hair back from my sickness where I lost it all. My top of my head is getting in thicker. The graying has always been there, but of course it looks flat now, but yeah. I just did that. The young guys do that. Yeah. Anyway, I am noticing that my quads continue to get harder. My hamstrings continue to get harder. The fat has redistributed more off of my hips, but I still have some hips that I just keep telling myself I know in time will go away. I just have to pray. I never had them up until I gained this weight, starting with my thyroid disease and then the escalation of my disability and all that stuff. So anyway, I have put on 15 pounds. Now that could be one or two things going on. When I first started T, I put on an initial 17 pounds, and it took me a little while, but I was able to get that back off. This time it could be because I'm starting to absorb T again and gaining that initial however many pounds it's going to be, or it could be the lack of my activity for the last year. This 15 pounds has come on though just in the last 3 months, I believe, and that's about the time the testosterone started absorbing again in my body. So I'm thinking it could be either or. I just hoping in time I'll be able to pull it off. I'm really uncomfortable right now at this weight. My pants are tight. My shorts are tight. I refuse to buy any more pants. They loosen up and then they get too big. But yeah, everything's a little tight right now. I was swollen for a while. My face is still swollen, but I think that's just, it could be the weather. It could be that I'm going back out to the horses and I have allergies out there. It could be anything. You know, I'm not retaining water in my hands right now. Tony and I did a kitchen remodel, and we tore everything out of our kitchen and replaced everything except for the dishwasher and the refrigerator, because we had just replaced those in the last 5 years. So I couldn't use my right hand after putting the sink in and all the drains and the dishwasher tubing and all that stuff that needed me to work with my right hand. I have carpal tunnel from 15 years of typing, and I could not use my right hand for 3 days. It was terrible. I'd never been down like that in my right hand. But that just goes to show me that age does creep upon you. And when you chronically work something, or you're chronically a certain way for so long, it can catch up to you. So hey, I'm 52. I'm still pretty good health. Yeah, I had the cocci sickness, but, you know, I'm not a sickly person. I don't think so. But anyway, to go on about changes, I had talked about this right here all through my videos, hoping I wouldn't get it. And it seems like it's really prominent when my face is swollen. But this is a characteristic that my mother handed down to my brother, and now I'm getting it. And I always thought she looked like she was frowning all the time. She did it on purpose, but she doesn't. Now I have to believe her, because I have it and I'm not frowning. I'm not one to frown. So anyway, my sideburns are, you know, they've been that way for a while. I cut him down at a 2. I cut this down at a 2. Right now it's a little long. I haven't trimmed it. My hair wants to go sideways when it gets so long. So I am getting hair right here going into my soul patch, which is totally blonde. But I have a lot of hair right here. I like it. And this is coming in and meeting right there. I do have hair as a mustache, but it's blondish and I don't like the way it looks right now. That'll all take time. My hair is coming on to my face up here with the beard. It's real thick down here on my neck, and then it comes up in here. This is a 2-day shave, or a 2-day shadow, whatever you want to call it. You know, I was one to always keep really short sideburns. As a female, I wanted to be a part of shaving, so I kept those, and I like the longer ones now. Tony really likes the long ones, kind of like my dad, so I look a lot like him. But anyway, in memory of him. So, the emotional changes. I have found myself to be a little intolerant lately. Not intolerant of any particular group of people or anything. What I have found is mainly, you know, the social group I pay attention to is Facebook, and kind of watch what everybody's saying and doing and all that. But I'm really getting tired of the political stuff. I have stood up for Obama, you know, because we as the people elected him. The majority elected him, and we need to respect that. And you just hope for the best in each president. But honestly, if you want to go back at each president, they all have their bads and their goods and bads, and their pros and cons, and their strengths and weaknesses, and you know. But our country hasn't failed as a country yet, so that's what I have to stand on. But I'm getting tired of groups bringing each group down, bad mouthing them, giving them bad publicity. The power that these men think they have, you know, up there in the White House. So I just am becoming very intolerant at any of the postings. So that's something I've noticed. I'm really getting intolerant about all the different people that abuse animals. I don't know if I'm becoming intolerant or I'm just getting overly sensitive in that area, because man, I have really become sensitive when it comes to animals. And I know that they can't talk to us, and that they can't, I mean, their only way of protecting themselves is biting someone, and then they get blamed that they're a bad animal for it. So it's just there's just things happening that I'm becoming very intolerant about. Irritated. I don't walk around irritated, but I'll just get irritated with something, and it'll just like, you know. I work on that though. I do pray for myself, you know, and ask our Creator for strength in this area, because I don't like to be negative in any way, or carry a black cloud around with me, and I refuse that. So I've never played a victim in all my life, but I've been one that's been oppressed. And, you know, I have a few stories when other people are crying about their lives. You know, people don't know what it's like to be an oppressed group of people. Or some people do, but not all. So that's something I've noticed emotionally. I watched a video today with Nick B talking about scars, that you can transition into the person you are on the inside and fully be that person on the outside physically, but you still have those emotional scars. And I think I'm going to do a video response to him, because that's a great topic. Everyone has it. No matter how long you've lived in that female body, you still have experiences where you've been oppressed or hurt or whatever, and it's caused some scarring in your life. So I think that's a good subject, and I'm going to talk about it. In fact, it's some things that I've been thinking about lately. Just at the spur of the moment, old memory will come back, and I'll think, man, how did I get through life like that? You know, you just wonder. As far as society is concerned, I just flow with it. Tony and I now, we don't get the looks that we used to. Once in a while, Hispanics will look at us, and I don't know if that's just because we're interracial. You know, I'm white, she's Hispanic. But it's nothing. I don't get the looks to look at me and say, "What are you?" So, and I look back at the way I used to hold myself, and I think, "Oh God, no wonder why people were looking at me." It's just one of those defense mechanisms you do. But everything's going good. I'm thinking about a lot of my buddies out there, Blake, and I think about Caleb and young Caleb. He's going to be having surgery here pretty soon. Wishing you luck, and my positive thoughts are with you. There's some guys that's been dealing with stuff and hasn't been on in a while. Those guys, thinking of them. I saw Sam Marks is back on the videos and doing a train of them, and I wish him the best in dealing with things that he has to deal with as a person and in life itself, and hope that he finds his way to balance himself and be happy all the way around. I wish all of you that. That's the main thing in life, is to treat others with respect and how you want to be treated, to love all, no matter of their ignorance and their uneducated minds. Doesn't mean you have to go overboard with hugs and kisses, but just remember that there are always going to be ignorant people because they choose not to educate themselves. So bite your lips, don't get pissed off. Make sure that you take each day and make it the best you can for your life. Don't let someone rob you of a day because they pissed you off. Shake it off somehow, and don't let them take that day away from you. So anyway, one day at a time, make your journey as simple as possible, and we'll see you around, guys. Bye.